How you doing, YouTube family? Today is Tuesday, March the 3rd, 2026. It's your man Big D, and I'm back with another one. Want to thank all you good folk out there in YouTube land for continuing to rock out with my son and I. We greatly appreciate it. Thank you. Well, family, I am back with another video. And as I always do, I was searching these internet streets and I came across an interesting video where I found a young soldier, a sergeant, brother, who came on these internet streets and he had a very interesting message to the YNs. And I agree with him 1,000%. So without further ado, let's go on ahead on and check out this video and I'll add my thoughts along the way.
I got something to say. My soldier just brought it up to me, and I'm gonna bring it up to y'all. For the YNs who love the guns and toting guns and everything, right? I say let's send them first. Listen, everything going on right now, and they love to tote guns. They love to shoot people. Y'all got the what's them guns called with the little thing in the back, with the little switch.
Yeah, y'all got them Dracos. Y'all got your Tech Nines. You got your Glocks. You got your AKs. You got all these different weapons that you are willing, and able to use on another black man, but you ain't got no smoke for nobody else. So I agree with this young brother, this young sergeant, in that when his soldiers told him that he should deliver a message, I agree with this message and I approve it because it's amazing how we as a community, we as black men have no problem insulting, degrading, belittling, starting BS with other black men for no apparent reason. It don't just happen at the hood level. It goes on in the entertainment industry. It goes on in the professional athletic industry. It goes on in the NBA, the NFL. It's always some ish when it comes down to our community, black folks. And for you young men that got all this you Billy Badass when you got a piece of steel in your hand. But what would you do if you had an enemy who their sole purpose was to eradicate you? And there is no negotiating, there is no, hey, I surrender. Either way, they are going to remove your head, they're going to detach your head from your body. And you know that this enemy has just as much zeal and jest, and they are enthusiastic for ending you. Would you have that same energy? And if you say, yeah, you would, then why don't you go ahead and sign on up? Why don't you do your part? It's easy to say that, oh well, I'm not fighting no white man's war, but you're killing each other over here in the United States for free. At least if you join up and you enlist, at least you're gonna get some type of benefits. You're gonna get you some type of monthly paycheck. You're gonna get your perks when you get out the military. And if you turn out to be a good soldier, who knows? You may get a retirement. Now I get it. The military is not for everybody, but this message is not for everybody. It's particular to the YNs who don't have no problem gang banging, robbing, stealing, doing little pooky ass BS. But you won't. But why don't you pick up? Why don't you just go enlist and go into some sort of combat arm job, career field in the United States Army? They have a lot of them. Why don't you go take that same energy and give it purpose? but you won't give it purpose to do something that could potentially end in a productive result. You would rather just kill each other on the street right here in the good old US of A. I agree with this young man.
Uh-huh. We got something bigger and better. We got Invos. We got 240s, 249s. Feel me? You YNs, come on, step up. Step up. Y'all want to shoot so goddamn. Hold on, let me fix my camera. Y'all want to shoot so goddamn bad. You feel me? We got it. The United States of America has a job for you. You know what I'm saying?
Look at him. Like he said, y'all gangsters. Y'all look gangsters. Y'all look, you know what I'm saying, look bad MFs. But when you have the opportunity to step up and at least all that hatred and anger that you are harvesting and carrying, why don't you go give that purpose? Give it purpose. It's better than doing nothing and still killing your own kind and doing nothing. Listen, I'm not an advocate of war, but I understand that sometimes war has to happen. But I don't believe in proxy wars either. But as a lay everyday citizen, we don't know what goes on at the highest level of government. We can only go by what they tell us and then look at the facts. But at the end of the day, even if you determine that this is nothing what's going on, this thing that we done got ourselves involved in, if it's nothing more than a proxy war, if that's what you believe, well, listen, at the end of the day, war gotta happen. In one sense or another, it don't matter if the current administration would have lost and Kamala would have won. And some way, somehow, we was gonna wind up in this situation. Whether you believe is in your religious book, whether you believe in Revelation when it says that there will be a great war in the Middle East, and this country will be a part of it, but it says that this country's not going to fare well. And that marks the beginning of some could say, the 1,000-year reign. So it just depends on what you believe. But what I believe, beyond a shadow of a doubt, is what this young brother's saying is 1,000% true. And y'all got all this energy, y'all YNs got all this energy, but you won't use this energy for something productive.
Y'all better stop playing, man. Now was y'all time to shine. You want to kill somebody so bad. We got folks that need saving. You know what I mean? Come on, come over to the dark side. Come shoot some. Yeah.
Well, family, what y'all think? What y'all think about this young man's message? Y'all YNs just so anxious, just ready to take a life. Why don't you go enlist in some type of career field where you may have to risk your life to save another's? But you won't do that. No, you won't do that. You would just much rather just run the streets in the neighborhoods in the United States of America, in the little hoods, little ghettos, and you just would rather just continue to eradicate your own kind, your own brother, your own people. You will continue to want to push poison in the very same neighborhoods you grew up in. You didn't like it. But instead of you choosing to change, you choose to just go ahead and recidivate and just keep the process going over and over and over. And there comes a generational curse. So, family, in closing, I don't know about you, but I agree with what this young sergeant had to say. Because at the end of the day, war is a necessary evil. And don't matter what administration you rocking with, at some point, this was bound to happen. However, if we got all these YNs that's willing to, in the hoods across all the different Chicago, New York, Miami, Lauderdale, You got all these game bangers and all these allegedly, bosses. Well, why don't y'all take that same energy and do something productive with it? That's what this young brother was alluding to. That's what this young sergeant was alluding to. I didn't say it. He brought the message. I'm just giving my thoughts and opinions on the message, and I agree with the message. Well, family, always remember, be more tomorrow than you were yesterday. Peace.